Your champ has got his belt upside down, but he's still here.
He's technically losing.
Just now, if you follow on the Facebook page, you'll know we've combined Double or Nothing and Hell in a Cell.
Yar.
Double or Nothing was last week.
It was.
And the results are in. This one has
9.
And I got 6.
Meaning, at this point, I win by 3, but as per the rules of Double or Nothing, that doubles up and it means Jack's doing 6 punishments.
If it finishes like that.
Yes.
And this is where Hell in a Cell comes into play, because we didn't want to do 2 different punishments at the same time. So, Hell in a Cell, Sunday night, 7 matches. I need to win by at least 3 to draw it. It's looking highly unlikely, and I'm holding on to this belt for dear life. But
I want my baby back.
It's not coming back.
I want my baby back.
Baby back ribs.
I love them too.
Yeah, basically, if I manage to bring it back by say 2, that means I'll have lost by 1 on aggregate, meaning that I get the double, which is 2, and he gets the nothing, which is nothing.
Oh yeah.
And the outcome of that is there will be XYZ amount of balloons listed filled with random items.
Mostly condiments. I'll be put on.
Alright, you're giving spoilers already for yourself. Right, okay. And I pick like if I lose by 3, I need to pick 6 of XYZ amount of numbers, and then those get popped over my head without knowing what they are until they're over me. Yay!
Having recently just had 2 eggs over my head because I lost the last punishment, I'm really looking forward to winning and putting something over his head.
Yeah, but I'll make sure it doesn't happen, troops, don't you worry. So, what we'll need to start doing now is predicting the good old Hell in a Cell with 1 Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, it used to be back in the day though that it was literally just a one match and a random event, not a full event named after it that's now got 1 match. Back in the day,
Back in the day. But with that, we'll do that now, and let's start predicting.
Yep.
Right. So, we'll get into this. Now, as I'm losing, I get advantage of picking the first match.
Because you're champion, apparently you get the advantage, I'll give you that.
Well, I'm also losing at the same time. Yeah. So the first match we get to pick from is Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin. A rematch for the second time, I think. Second time.
Yeah.
This is the most recently added match. My thoughts to this are the same as last time. Madcap Moss is winning this because he needs the push, and it would be the only one that makes sense. I pray to God he picks Corbin because I need to get things different. But over to this, Ian.
Yeah, so I'm not picking Corbin, let's face that. Madcap needs the win, especially after Corbin trying to kind of end him.
Make it interesting for me, will you?
So yeah, I 100% Madcap Moss that should put this rivalry to an end as well, and then they can both go into separate things. Yeah.
So both Madcap Moss for the first one.
Yay, interesting.
Right, where are we next?
Next match then would be Theory as the United States Champion.
Easy for you
versus Mustafa Ali. I'm going Theory with this as he's been given the push, Ali's just come back, and WWE actually like to make things difficult for hometown heroes, which is what Mustafa Ali is going into this. So yeah, over to Wacko.
This is either going to end up being a big mistake or the start of a genius move. I know which answer it likely is going to be, but I'm going to take Mustafa Ali. He wasn't who I wanted to take. There is a very good chance of him winning though, because Theory's got one of these things where he gets things good and then he gets it taken back off him, and that's whether that was main roster back 2 years ago or whether it was in NXT a year ago. It's always happened. So Mustafa Ali, as you say, just come back, hometown, really, really, really good wrestler. Professional athlete,
sports
entertainer, whatever. It's premium live event and all that jazz. Yeah, I'm taking Mustafa Ali. Bit of a dodgy move, which I accept, but I need to do something. Probably going to work against me though.
Let's hope so. Hey.
Yeah, so you may have noticed that Matthews went for a wander at some point. Yeah, power of editing.
You're alright though. You look like you look a wee bit restless.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned for my belt. But the next match I need to predict is Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens. Now, just like me, this match is a bit pointless. But I can't see beyond my boy Kevin Owens. Ever since some random guy in New York told me I looked like him. Don't know what he was looking at, but you know, he's been one of my go-tos. So he's the better superstar of the two, and as such, that's why I'm taking him. Literally, it's biased for this one, and bias has never worked for me in the past. But you know,
fair enough.
Over to you, you stupid future winner.
Will be picking Kevin Owens as well. I really don't like this storyline, to be honest. I know that's been personal. Ezekiel Elias, whatever the hell he wants to call himself, is wasting my much needed time to watch wrestling on a
You
regular
have
basis.
No time, and stop being Mr. Negative.
Yeah, I'll say Kevin Owens as well. You know, that way at least Jack wins something one way or the other, because you know, he looks like Kevin Owens, according to that one guy in a New York subway 5-6 years ago.
Shut up. One.
I guess the next match then is Bobby Lashley versus Omos and MVP. I'm going to pick Omos and MVP for this, as it would tie it up to each in their rivalry and let it go over to whatever kind of finisher would be in a month or so's time for the next pay-per-view.
Rubber match, it's called.
Rubber match, yeah, thank you. I didn't really want to say that, but
that's what it's called.
I know. But yeah, I pick Omos and MVP for that one, and I'll pass this over to Wacko.
Thank God he finally picked something different for me. Bobby Lashley's taking this big time. MVP, not his first match, but he's really not been a wrestler for very long in this current era. So, albeit it will be a good match, I reckon, good big man match. Bobby Lashley, he'll get his WrestleMania win, as he did like against Omos, and then I predicted Omos the last time round, so I'm going to keep predicting this the right way around. So Bobby Lashley, because it's 2-on-1, yeah, that's where the win's coming from, Mr. Lashley, and that's when I get down to where he's only beaten me by 1. Right, next match is the, for me, probably going to be the match of the night. I know it's not technically the main event, or it might be, but we'll see. But it's Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Too Sweet. Oh, I wonder what they're trying to channel in on. With Liv Morgan versus the Judgment Day, which, if you're a casual wrestling fan right now, is Edge, my boy, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley. It's Judgment Day that's winning this. It's got to be Judgment Day. There's just no reason they shouldn't win. I appreciate that Finn Balor and AJ Styles getting together, so, oh, Billy Copper! But then I'm not a Sunday casual like that, so, you know. Judgment Day need to win this. Edge looks badass in it all as well, just an aesthetic thing. Not that it's going to have any effect on it, but if Judgment Day don't win it, they're booking it wrong. Simple as that. You know.
Yeah, so I sadly agree. It's Judgment Day, and I've got another reason for this. I picked Edge. I voted against Edge the last 2 bloody times, and it cost me. Did. So I'm picking him this time because I've learned for him you don't bet against Edge. Also, speculation is that Finn Balor's going to turn at the end of it and join them, but that's speculation otherwise. Also, as a newly formed stable, they need the Judgment Day need to win, so it's Judgment Day all the way.
You notice a trend here? Every time I pick something, he's just picking the same. It's almost as if he's trying to protect his lead. Dickhead.
I'm just picking what I think would win.
You're cheating, you mean?
Kind of cheating. Fuck off. Can he cheat in a predetermined game that we're trying to guess?
Hurry up.
Okay, so second last match of the night is the triple threat match for the women's title. That's Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Becky Lynch.
This is the most unplayable match.
I'm going for the champ in this, Bianca Belair.
Good.
I would love it to be Becky Lynch again, but I just think the way things turned out recently, they're keeping Bianca champion because of certain Sasha Banks and Naomi that messed things up for everybody pretty much. So yeah, that over to Wacko.
What's Sasha Banks and Naomi got to do with this?
They were meant to be in that 6 women's thing and it just walked out, so
yeah, but
they're now going to keep it Bianca champion, surely.
Nah, it's going to be Becky. this is the most unpredictable match of the lot, in my opinion. But Asuka being back, there's a good shout for her being into it. But they need with Reigns being out for a while and having both titles, which I don't understand why they did that.
It's now been 2 months since it's been defended.
They need the headline act, which is Becky Lynch, with the only other title they've really got, because the SmackDown and Raw's Women's titles kind of been ignored. So now that the Raw one's getting put in the limelight, they need the biggest star to be the champion.
Fair enough.
Which is Becky Lynch, which is where I'm going with that one.
Won't deny your logic there, pal.
But yeah, if that all comes in, then that's me back to winning. Drawing. I can count, honest. Right. The last match is mine to predict first, and I need to make sure it's different from him. I don't know where he's going with it though. It's Cody Rhodes. No, it's Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. Now, I will just put this out there in advance warning. Sir Boyd can be an arsehole here and force nothing worse than a draw. I'm taking Seth Rollins. A, because not many people would expect him to win it, but Cody Rhodes has won the last two. Rollins needs to get something out of this at some point, and I think this might be the time. But I'm also picking it because I don't think he's going to take Rollins, because I think he's going to take Rhodes. I'm praying he's going to take Rhodes. Keep in mind, guys, I'm advance warning, you can call him a dick for the rest of the lifetime of this channel if he is going to pick Seth Rollins here. Granted, he might have decided it beforehand, but we'll still call him it. Boydy, over to you.
Yeah, it is Seth Rollins. As much as Cody's been on the push that he needs for switching back to WWE, I agree that Rollins needs something out of the rivalry. Yes, I'm then also being a dick and protecting a lead that I currently have, but I just don't see Seth Rollins.
So what Sir Boyd has just done here, guys, just so you are aware of the entertainment value or lack thereof, he's made it so he can't lose in aggregate.
Would you have not done the same, having the roles been reversed?
Am I allowed to take Cody to make it so that you can actually lose?
No, I'm not letting you switch again. You switched last time and it cost me, so no. I am being a dick. Don't care.
Guys, just remember, Sir Boyd is just an ass. I'm trying to make it so he can actually lose. I know you'd rather see him suffer than me.
Nah, I think we'd rather see Wacko suffer again. I suffered 2 in a row.
Right, so the only way I can hold on to this basically is the draw. I need the 3 matches that we've got different. So we need Becky Lynch, we need Bobby Lashley, and we need Mustafa Ali to win.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long shot, guys. And it's all because of my prejudice against certain people in AEW or WWE Mark 2 / Diet WWE, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's going to be a running theme now for me with AEW. 50%.
CM Punk.
Where were you 9 years ago? Anyway,
WWE.
So guys, depending on the outcome of this, I'm afraid I might lose this. If one of those matches goes wrong, I'm losing it. Theoretically, I could end up with 12 balloons of random shite over my head as well. That's also a possibility. But yeah, you'll need to stick around with the channel for the follow up on that with the outcome. So with that in mind, give the channel a little like, and then
we follow.
Not on YouTube, that's Twitch.
Ah, my bad. Subscribe then.
There we go. A wee comment or 1600.
We share.
Aye, that would be lovely. Aye, and then make sure you follow up with it to say that you're going to see Wacko draw and hold on to his title, and that way we get 2 balloons each over each other's heads because we draw. That is the best I can legitimately hope for, guys, and I promise I will not be prejudiced towards AEW anymore. I'm lying, but at least I'm saying it.
Aye.
Oh, guys, get all the nice stuff on the socials because you're legends, and I'll keep on winning for yous.
Doesn't sound confident, does he?
No. But as always, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be. And last but not least,
Tiddly pips.